first door on. It just needs a little bit of a trim at the top. These frames are totally all over the place, but these doors are really heavy. I don't want to be going up and down the stairs more than once. All I want to do is bring it up, and any adjustments I can do, I can lay them on across this desk and just trim them up. So that's just literally got, so the hinge thing's worked out well. Look, my router, that worked out pretty good, I think. On there, it's maybe slightly deeper than I would want there going down, but I can always pack that bit out. But yeah, they've gone on all right. They've matched the old as well. Where are we? Let's line you up. Yeah. So they've gone on all right. It's matched up the old perfectly. I've not had to take anything out. That's just gone in there. Door's shutting okay. This frame is all over the place. It bows inwards like that, this frame. It's okay there, and then it's pretty good there. But at the middle, it's doing this banana thing. I don't know if you can see it. If I take it back a bit, you've got nice and tight up top, and then it opens down there, and then closes again down there. So all I could do really is cut the door straight with the track saw. I can't even begin to predict what that might be doing with the door. So I may need to just pack the hinges out. I might go a touch deeper, but it seems alright. But it's tight on the hinges, but it's not bindingly tight. So let's have a look at that door from outside. Yeah, so that looks nice. Right, so let's get on with door number 2. Next door I'm gonna do will be this bedroom. I'm doing the two 30-inch doors first because they're heavier, and then I've got the two 27-inch doors after. So all I really want to do is get the door swinging for now. Anyway, I won't film much more of that. I'll just come back when I've done a bit more. Okay. All right, not doing too bad. 9:45. So that's an hour and 3/4, and that's 2 doors on. Although this has got the same problem. Actually, the hinges are looking good. Look at the hinges on these doors. Look. Are they some of the sexiest hinges you've ever seen?
Oh, behave! Yeah!
From an old plasterer. I ain't doing bad, am I? All that mucking about in the garage yesterday was worth it. Anyway, enough of bigging myself up. I'm just actually chuffed and surprised that it's gone so well. So that door, lucky enough, didn't need any cutting down width-wise. I think it is bang on, but all the door frames seem to be tipping a bit. So again, we've got it catching here. So I'm just going to leave 2 hinges in the 2 screws in the hinges for now, because that needs it off the top. Chances are that one and that one won't. Right, I'm definitely getting faster at this. It's 11:15 now, so started about 8, so 3 1/4 hours. That's the 4 doors all on. Although they do need a little slight adjustment here and there, just a little trim off, but they're all on and swinging, which is good. They look nice actually. It really brightens this hall up, having them dark ones away. This is the only one that's gone straight in perfectamundo. Perfectamundo, Ken. That's all right. That's all good. I'll have a little ball catch on that with a handle. I won't put a proper latch in that. It's just going to be a ball catch like it had. So yes, I'm happy with that. That's a lot of pressure off. So I can just bring the stuff inside now, and then just work from this room just to get them all on and swung. Right, we're back indoors now. Got the mic on. I can have a little bit of a chat if I need to. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing them actually. It was really, it's a very satisfying thing using a machine like that and getting it perfect. It's for me personally, it's a nice sense of achievement, because when I was at school, believe it or not, I'm sure you don't believe this, but at secondary school in like woodwork and metalwork and that, I was banned from all power tools because I was an idiot, always trying to make people laugh instead of just really knuckling down and doing what I was meant to be doing. So whenever I needed anything doing on a machine, whether it be sander, a lathe, a pillar drill, I had to go and see the teacher and ask him to do my bit. Obviously I've changed a lot over the years. I'm still a bit of an idiot. Well, I still like a laugh, still like to try and make a few people laugh, but I also have this head on me that wants to do really well, and it's probably because I was an idiot at school, really. Had no interest in it, like a lot of us didn't. A lot of us didn't have any interest in school. It was all about not creating havoc, but just trying to get a laugh and impress a few people. But going back now, my thirst for knowledge is incredible. I mean, I listen to so much history and science and politics, and I just want to learn and absorb languages, all sorts of things. So if I could go back to my old school days, I would be a model student. I really would. And anyway, now I'm trying to be a model, plasterer, carpenter, YouTube presenter, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so I'm going to now have a nice cup of tea there. Did you say tea? It was tea, wasn't it, dear? A nice cup of tea, and then get off with just taking these doors off again, take them in the next room, just nibble down. I think it's just the tops, really. The tops of the frames are a bit off, so I nibble them off, get them swinging right, and then I can start thinking about putting some latches in. See you after tea. Right, so we're all set up in here now, just to reach the edge of this door. This one needed another little bit off the edge. So I'm all set up professionally, Festool, with that plugged into that. Got my earmuffs on. I feel professional with that. Look at that little setup. I feel like I'm on some sort of Yankee barn workshop. Hi, you're watching Woodwork 101. I am Chip Newbuck. Yeah, I might have him as a character. Let me know in the comments if you want me to invent a character called Chip Newbuck, and I'll make him the all-American tash-wearing, sort of Ned Flanders-y sort of character. Anyway, yeah, just down from the head. Another little character for the box. So the way I see it is, I can't plaster ceilings forever, but when I'm too old to do that, I might be able to sort of be this instead. Right, it's all swinging. Let's try it. That's looking sweet, like. Right. One down. Voila. Now, I'm more than happy with that progress. I really am. Obviously, a lot of it is down to just every factor going right and a little bit of luck involved. But I think most of it is down to the preparation I've done with the measuring and the building of the jig and stuff like that. It's just let me really just flow and get that done. So, yeah, I'm well impressed with that. I think I'm going to get myself another one of these tracks at a 3 meter, because this is a 2.4. Let me show you this one. So it's a Makita. I think this is no, it's not 2.4. What am I on about? I think it's a 4 foot. I think it's a 4 foot Makita track. So it's a 1.2, and attached to it is a short bit of my McAllister one, which came with the Traxor. Traxor's McAllister. And they join up okay, but there's just, if I can just show you, there's a real slight, because they say these work with these, but when you actually put them together, there's a slight discrepancy there. So when you're trying to come right across the edge of a door from top to bottom, when you get to that bit, there's just a slight kink, barely noticeable, but you can obviously on the edge of a door you can see anything that isn't right. So, and it's hard to line them up properly because you can see here that they do this a bit with each other, and sometimes when you come in, just the way it's sitting, when you come with a track saw, you've got to sort of almost force it over that, which is not something you really want to be doing. So although they're very almost exact, they're not exact, and they join in the middle with this one bar. So if it had another joining bit maybe there, it would keep that flush there because it's fine along that edge. But anyway, what I might do is buy myself a 3 meter Makita one. Just much better in future, even especially if you're ripping down sheets of 8x4. You're going to want something that's 3 meters on that. You're there. I keep looking now. I'm really sorry. You're there. Actually, what I'm going to do before I start putting the latches in, I'm just going to prime these bare edges. I always forget to do that and then regret it after. Because there's just a touch of water in this. Alright, that's that one done. Let me do the rest now. I've decided to paint these doors properly and give them all a full coat. Maybe 2 coats today if I can, if I've got time. That way then, when I fit the handles, I haven't got to start sort of trying to cut in round them. So that's the plan really. They've all had a bit of a rub down because these doors, although they say they're primed and ready to paint, I don't know if that means undercoating gloss. I mean, they're so smooth, almost like melamine. So I've given them all a scratch up with a 120 sand thing, and now I'm just going to lightly put a top coat of my water-based satin on top. And hopefully that'll stick. Should be okay. Should be okay. Surely they don't expect you to undercoat these. But they just feel too smooth for, you know, like just a top coat without a scratch up. So we'll see. So I'm just going to get in and out of the little indentations first. I'm not putting it on too thick. I don't want to sort of cause it to sit there like a big thick skin really. I'd rather this little bit just sort of grab into the little grooves and it can hold that way in. I was going to spray it, but I didn't want to start getting the sprayer out and chucking spray everywhere and masking up all these obviously these new hinges and stuff like that. So yeah, it would have been quicker to spray it, but I don't really want a lot of build up on these, which you're probably going to get with a sprayer. You will probably get a bit of build up with that. So I thought I'd just go traditional, give it a little brush in, and then what I'll do is I can start fitting the locks, the latches and handles tomorrow morning then. And then once they're done, all I've got to do is basically paint these walls. So I've probably got another, what's today? Is it Monday? Yeah, bloody, I'm losing it. Yeah, Monday today. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm hoping to be out of here for about Thursday, really. But I've not booked anything else in this week. I just want to get this done and out of the way then. And then I've got work booked in after that. So I don't really want to put any stress on myself, so I've got potentially another 4 days in here. But I think I'll be out of here on Thursday, so which is all good. Might even have Friday off. Because Saturday night I am DJing. That's another little string to my bow. I don't think I've ever shown that on here. There's a big notch out of that door. I don't think I've done that. I don't remember hitting it on anything. I'll paint it in and then see if it needs a fill and a rub down. Yeah, so Saturday night I am DJing a party. Well, me and two mates do it. We've been doing it for years now. Not so much now. I mean, it seems to have tailed off over the years. Partly because we're getting older, and so we're a bit more selective with the parties we choose. You know, we wouldn't want to go and do a 21st or a 25th anymore, not at our age. We're all, actually we're all 56, so yeah, anything maybe like maybe a 30th, I don't know. Definitely a 40th and above. So we've got one this Saturday, it's a 60th, so it should be alright. I might even do a little bit of filming when I'm there. So we've been doing it for years now. Oh gosh, must be 16 years we've been doing it. And yeah, I think it's one of them things that when we used to do it, when we first started, it was great because people were having a night out and they was having a dance and a laugh and a drink. But within them 16 years, I've noticed our technology has pushed on so much that people don't really need to have a DJ to have a party anymore. Obviously they can do it all off of their own equipment now, you know, do it off of a phone. But also, as well as that, I think people's houses have been made so comfortable with everything that's in them now. Like your Netflix, your Spotify, your Uber Eats, your Deliveroo. You know, people work hard in a week, and sometimes the last thing they want to do is get dressed up and go out on a Saturday night, spend a load of money on alcohol and a load more money on a taxi back home, when their houses have basically got everything that you'd want in it. You know, a lot of people have got little bars at the end of their garden now. So that's something I've noticed as well. I've noticed that tailing off over the years. A night out to people is not as exciting as it used to be, because they can have to quote Smashy and Nicey, they can have a great night in. So I think that's what people tend to do. So when people do have these parties, sometimes you can be all set up with all your DJ gear. We've got some gear, you know, we do look the part. We've got all the lights and the booth and, you know, the speakers. So we've got the full shebang. And sometimes not a lot of people turn up and you think, my God, it's embarrassing really. And a lot of times you say to yourself, these people should have just got a little sort of a snug in a pub, you know, like a little back room in a pub, and had a meal with these people and maybe a little sort of get together in there, because this whole hall and DJ thing and all the balloons and that, it's such a waste of money if the crowd of people are not going to turn up. That's what I've seen over the years anyway, without doubt. So yeah, if I have Friday off, I'm not too bothered. I'll just get myself ready for Saturday night. Saturday night at the movies. Get little runs out of there. These are nice, these little rollers here. These are the little Hamilton Perfection rollers. They put it on lovely and flat and smooth really. And they're quick. So like I say, I'm not trying to get a thick coat on this. I'm not trying to get it all in one. I'll probably, you know, I'll hit this with 2 coats. Miss that bit. Yeah, I'd rather build up over 2 thin coats and try and chuck 1 thick coat on it also. And then it can have a little rub down in between coats then. Alright, so how's that looking? Right, that's that one done. let's just go down here with that. That can all have another light rub down when it's dried in. Right, it's just coming up to 4 o'clock now, so that's all the doors on and swung, and they've all had 2 coats of satin wood. Did the window sills again as well. A couple of other little bits and pieces, so that should be nice and dry now, just to fit the handles and latches in the morning, and then not too much decorating to be done after. So hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for a bit more woodworking, and I shall go through the handles and latches and try that jig out on the latches. I'll go home now, edit this down, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, take care.